Hey y'all, this is Jim with Sunrise Farm. Thanks so much for stopping by today. Today happens to be January 1st, 2025. Happy New Year to each one of you. I'm so excited for the upcoming 2025 growing season. I hope you are too. And it's time on our farm to get it going down here in the South. So today I'm just going to kind of walk through briefly. I've been making some changes to my greenhouse setup. I've got some seeds that I've been starting. Actually, let me correct that. My most amazing and terrific helper has been starting the seeds. Yeah, you probably guessed it. That is my awesome wife. I prepped the trays. She planted the seeds. I think she's planted 12 in total. So she's doing yeoman's work. God bless her for that. So let me just take you inside and show you what we got going on. Just kind of make a quick video today about where we're at in our seed starting process and talk about that for a few minutes. Hope you enjoy it. First thing I'm going to show you is inside my pump house. Nothing too exciting to make changes here yet, but so on this particular wall, I'll be building a wall long shelf from end to end. As you can see, my pump. And then on this side, I haven't really done anything except for Christmas, my daughter gave me a 20-inch by 48-inch heat mat, which can be seen right here. This one happens to be from VivoSun, and I've got this set up in my pump house for germination purposes. These two particular 242 trays are California Wonder bell peppers. We'll be planting a couple hundred, maybe 300, depends on exactly the space we have. But a lot of them are going to be A, to ensure germination, and B, for plant sales. So let's step out and go into the greenhouse. One thing I thought I'd show you real quick is I have this tray that is 2 feet by 3 feet, and it's about 3 inches deep. It's actually, believe it or not, I've done a lot of woodwork in my life, and so it's actually an epoxy mold because I used to do a lot of live edge and epoxy work. But now that I've basically gone full time towards farming, it is an awesome, and I've got a couple of these, but it is an awesome tray to fill up and then bottom water your seeds. So you're not constantly spraying seeds you don't need to, or little seedlings that you don't need to do that to. This currently is just a tray of onions I'm letting soak up from where I had to restart my bad onion starts. I don't really know what happened there. But at any rate, there you go. So what we have here is I just put it in today out here in the greenhouse, a brand new seed starting table. This seed starting table is 9 feet long, 30 inches front to back, and I made it 2-tier. As you can see, I have trays at the bottom. This 9-foot table is covered with 1/2 inch hardware cloth, and it is all stapled down so it's nice and tight. One of the reasons I made it 30 inches deep is I use a lot of prop tech trays, and my prop tech trays are 26 inches long. You can probably see the differential between this tray and these 1020 trays. These are wind strip trays, which I have several of them. And yeah, so it'll hold anywhere from about 14 to about 20 trays, depending on which trays I put on it, or combination thereof. I didn't do a build video of this yet because inside this greenhouse, I actually need 3 more of these tables. I have built this on purpose, 9 feet long. This little greenhouse from Weaver that I've done a recent video on is 20 feet long. And so when I put 2 tables end to end, they'll be 18 feet plus a few inches. long, and so that'll be good enough. I didn't want to try to cram it too hard in here. So I'll have 18 feet on each side of this greenhouse with 4 of these tables. Now I want to say real quick about this table. I know I need to still kind of go over the trusses that I've been using for my raised beds, raised rows. It also happens to be the lumber I've been using to make this table and some others that I've made in the past. One of the things about this table, given the fact that the lumber was very cheap or next to nothing, and so therefore I don't have a lot of money in the lumber, all I really have in it is screws, some industrial staples that I have an air gun for, and the hardware cloth. So in actuality, what this table cost me, if you break down, I bought a 100-foot, 36-inch by 100-foot, half-inch square hardware cloth from Vevor, Vevor, for $65 plus tax. Shipping is free. So if you calculate everything and you break that down per foot, meaning I have 2 runs of 9 feet, so I have 18 feet of it here, but you break it all down, I have less than 20 bucks in this table. Yes, I know not everybody can do that. Not everybody has access to basically free lumber, if you will, or very minimally cost lumber. And maybe not everybody has the tools necessary or the time, but if you do, I would highly recommend building yourself some seed tables. I will do a video on this build as I build one of the other ones. I just needed to kind of do this one more in a hurry because I needed a place to get these seeds started with. So currently we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. Is that right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. Actually, I misspoke. Apparently, my wife started 13 trays because I got those 2 trays of bell peppers in the shop and the pump house there. So we have done 13 trays. Most of these are peppers. This is a banana pepper. We got a giant bell pepper. Got a sweetie cherry tomato. Got some poblano peppers, some habaneros, old German, which is a nice size slicer heirloom tomato. We got jalapenos. Got a tray of celery down here. And down there we have some cabbage and some broccoli. So, and then I also have an additional heat mat in here, which I also received. And this one's hooked up now here. And it's heating just fine. This greenhouse gets nice and warm in the afternoons, but one of the reasons I had to speed this up, not only was it time for us to get these seeds started here on our farm for grow out purposes, because a lot of this will get up potted over the next couple of months before it even gets warm enough to go in the ground. I don't have a high tunnel currently to grow in. I'd love to have that. But I also, as I said before in other videos, I sell plants. So I up pot a lot between 4-inch and then into 1-gallon pots. Probably will do some half-gallon pots this year as well. So I need to start them early, and I need to get them off to a running start. And so it was imperative that I build this table relatively quickly. I mean, it took me many hours, don't get me wrong. But so I could get these out here started and get them inside this greenhouse, because this greenhouse will warm up. But the reason is that starting tonight, but really tomorrow night, we are going to, here in the south where we live, we're going to run into freezing temperatures at night, either right above or right below. And then next week, about a week from today, we're going to run into a streak of days, several at least, that are going to be only high in the 40s and low in the mid 20s. And right now it looks like at least 4 of those. So I needed to make sure I was prepped and ready and had a space to put these. I'm also getting a new greenhouse heater. About the greenhouse heater, I'll show you in a different video, maybe the next video. It's about 60 bucks. It's also got a secondary thermostat or an individual thermostat on it to heat this greenhouse up when it gets really cold, and it'll be here in a couple of days. The one I was previously using, unfortunately, is bit the dust through. It was real old. It was a lot of. I've had it a lot of years for a lot of other purposes, and it just bit the dust. So anyway, that's that. It's pretty helpful to have a seed starting table. Of course, it's helpful to have this little 10 by 20 greenhouse for sure as we get started on our what technically is our third year of market farming, but I'm actually going to call it my second year because the first year was nothing but a learning curve. They're all learning curves, don't get me wrong, but the first one was certainly just nothing but a learning curve. Anyway, I hope you found this interesting. Please let me know if you have any questions or thoughts. Please leave them in the comments. I'd love to know them. And by all means, if any of this helps you or you need some help that I can provide, don't hesitate to ask. If I can answer it, I will. If you need to know where I got something and I didn't mention it, let me know that too. And also let me know how y'all do it. What kind of setups do y'all utilize? Just trying to use what's available to you without really spending hundreds and thousands of dollars, because realistically we're on a budget as in most people, and so I don't have unlimited money to throw in all kinds of areas. I have to try to make things work. So I just thank you so much for watching this video, and if I could just humbly ask if you would like, subscribe, and share this video and hit that bell notification to be notified when we do more videos. I'd greatly appreciate it. We're creeping up on 1,000 subscribers, and to all of those people that have already subscribed to my channel, thank you very much. It is most humbling and most appreciated. Honestly, I didn't see me getting this far. I didn't think about it much when I began this journey, but I am getting there to reach close to 1,000 subscribers, and I hope if you're watching this video and you haven't watched my channel before, I hope you'll become a new one. So once again, I just thank you so much for stopping by. Any time that you give me watching one of my videos is just an amazing blessing to me and to my family here on our farm. I can't even begin to thank you enough for what a blessing you are to me. So take care. God bless you. Have an amazing day in the Lord, and we'll see you real soon.